6:47 on this Saturday morning, and while you were sleeping last night, some things happened. All that cold air we were stuck underneath for the last couple of days, that got blown away from the Front Range. It's 43 degrees right now at Gold Hill Mesa, and I mean that it got blown away because we do have wind blowing it to the east. It's out of the west at 15 miles an hour, shaking the camera around, but great view back towards Garden of the Gods, something we haven't been able to see the last several days with the low clouds and fog in place. A couple of high clouds floating over the Steel City. We're also in the 40s right now, and we also have some wind at the Pueblo Chieftain Studio. That's out of the northwest currently at 13 miles per hour. So temperatures along the Front Range are generally in the 30s and 40s. Teller County, we're still in the 20s. But since we spent the last couple of days in the teens and 20s, it's already considerably warmer than it has been for the last couple of days. We have 40s for Pueblo West, and for Pueblo, it's a little bit cooler as you head up across the Wet Mountains into the Wet Mountain Valley with some areas in the 30s. And we have 40s right now over the southern I-25 corridor. Aguilar, Trinidad, Raton Pass, they're all in the 40s. And it's because of the Chinook wind that's blowing, which will continue through the day today. We also have a little snow up here across the central and northern mountains. Now, these snow showers are generally anchored to the Continental Divide. It's not going to be a huge snowfall even for the ski resorts, but over the higher passes today, if your travels take you up that way, you could hit some intermittent snow showers. The big story for us here in eastern Colorado is the big warm-up we're expecting, with highs reaching the 60s in all of eastern Colorado. High country will still be in the 20s and 30s. The other thing to note is that we're going to have wind, and at times that could be gusting over 30 miles an hour. Overnight tonight, the wind should subside. The snow should come to an end across the high country. We'll just end up with some passing clouds through the night. And when you wake up tomorrow morning, once again, we'll be probably in the 30s. A few spots might be in the lower 40s. It won't be quite as windy tomorrow, so even though our temperatures might be off a few degrees over today's values, I actually think tomorrow, for some of you anyway, might be a nicer day without the wind. Wind looks to come back Monday ahead of a cold front that will get here Monday night into Tuesday. Now, that'll cool us off into the 40s, keep the wind going, but right now it doesn't look to bring us any precipitation. We'll then get that cooler air out of here as it looks now by Wednesday and warm up through the end of the week with low to mid-60s for highs, so real nice in that regard. But I still think we'll have some pretty good wind at times with some occasional days where the gusts could be pretty annoying. Overnight lows through the period look to be in the 20s and 30s, so it's going to stay pretty mild even at night. Pueblo, look for lower 60s for highs tomorrow, mid-60s Monday. Again, we'll cool off with some wind on Tuesday and highs in the mid-50s, but we'll stay dry. Then we'll be back up in the 60s for the rest of the week. Overnight lows in the 20s and 30s most nights. Canyon City, about 64 today, down a few degrees tomorrow, back to 64 on Monday with 50s on Tuesday. Windy today, not so bad tomorrow, more wind Monday and Tuesday, probably off and on through the end of the week, really. Overnight lows most nights in the 30s. Teller County, we get you into the lower 50s today, cool just a little into the 40s on Sunday. We will put a chance for some very spotty, very light rain or snow showers on Monday, and then maybe a few snow flurries on Tuesday with that cold front arriving. But we're not expecting any widespread organized precipitation. Really, I still think our main story is going to be the wind we'll have off and on the next few days, that brief cool off on Tuesday, and bottom line is much warmer than we've been the last couple of days.
Yeah, much warmer. I mean, it's nice temperatures. I was thinking for those of you who might be using a blow-up screen tomorrow to watch the game outside, you'd have the nice weather for it. But
yeah, and the wind shouldn't be as bad tomorrow, so I think it'll be a real nice day.
It's great. Thanks, Marty.
You're welcome.